In this video, we will see about introduction to system programming. What is the need of system programming? What is a software hierarchy, types of software, and after that we will see about the evolution of components of system software or system programs. Text editor, loader, assembler, microprocessor, compiler, debugger. These are the components of system software or system program. Now let's see what is a system programming. System programming is defined as a program or software System programming is defined as a program or software that operate and control the computer hardware and also provide a platform to run the application program. Because of the system program, it is possible for user to focus on an application other than program to be solved without needing to know the details of how machine works internally. For example, assembler, loader, microprocessor, compiler. Also we can say system programming is art of writing a system software. It is a branch of CS which deals with the structure of a machine. It is composed of CPU, memory, IO. It produces the services or it provides services to computer hardware. So this is nothing but system programming. Why system programming is needed? It is essential to any kind of computing. It is an important foundation for application development. It is constantly evolving to accommodate changes in hardware. So this is nothing but the uses of system programming. Now see, this is a structure or a typical personal computer system which contains a storage like floppy disk, CD, hard disk. This is nothing but the use of storage, storing a data. Then second is printer, next is speaker, then tape and mouse. After that, these are the communication interface. So what is a software? You cannot handle a hardware without a software, or we can say computer hardware is useless without a software. We can say it is a set of instructions or data which is used to operate a computer and execute a specific task. This is nothing but the software. Now see the software hierarchy. So basically software is of two types. First is application software and second is system software. Example of application software are word processing, presentation, database, multimedia, graphics, communication. And system software is further divided into four types. First one is utility program, second is operating system, third is device driver, and fourth one is development software. Device driver is allow IO devices to communicate with a programmer and system with other component, and development software are nothing but the compiler, interpreter, editor. Now see what are the major types of software. So first is system software and second is application software. Example of application software are the programming languages like assembly language, Fortran, Basic, Python, C, C++. These are nothing but the programming language which comes under the application software. Second is system software. Under a system software, operating system comes. The use of operating system is what it schedules the computer event, allocate memory, allocate computer resources, and it monitor the event. And also there are few language translator like interpreter and compilers present, which is comes under a system software. And utility program is nothing but the routine operation like sorting, listing, printing, managing a data like creating a file, merging a file. All this comes under the utility program. Now see what are the components of system software. First is text editor. Text editor which allows user to enter a programming text and it prepare a document. The task of text editor is what? It facilitates the programmer to enter and save the code It allow the modify the code if needed. Example: Notepad, WordPad, Gedit. These are nothing but the text editor. So this is the first component of a system software. Second is language translator. That means one language is translated into another language. Next is compiler. Second component is a compiler. Compiler is nothing but the software that translates a high level language program into machine language. This is a source program which is given as an input to this compiler. After compiling a program, if any error message is there, then it compiler display the error message, otherwise it generates a target program which is in .obj or .exe file. This is nothing but the compiler. After compiler, next component is a, so see here, source program which is given to the input to the compiler, then executable program is there, and then we'll get a program output. If after execution of program is any data which is needed, that user will give as an input to the program, and then output program is generated. So next component is a nothing but assembler. Assembler converts the assembly language program into machine level language. It takes basic component and operation from assembly code and convert them into binary code that can be recognized by specific type of a processor. So see, assembly language program which is given as an input to the assembler, and machine language program is generated as output. So this is the third component of a system program. After assembler, linker is there. What is a linker? The task of linker is to links the user program, that is .c, to another program or library. It links the two or more models into memory and preparing for the execution. The program which is ready for the execution, which is having .exe file or .obj file, that program is loaded into linked with memory. This is nothing but the linker. So .obj file, library file, which is linked together and which is, it will be ready for the execution. This is the task of linker. All machine instructions are not complete. High level language programs use at least one of the functions that reside in another object files available to the system. So fourth component is nothing but loader. The task of loader is what? It placing an object code into main memory for the execution purpose. It translates the object code into executable format. That means executable code that is loaded into memory. This is a task of loader. So source program is there. By using translator, that source program is converted into object program. With the help of loader, that object program is loaded into memory. This is nothing but the loader. Or we can say that to run an executable file, loader must copy the all instructions into memory, direct the CPU to begin execution with the first instruction. As the program executes, it takes the input data from the source and generates the output. This is a loader. The next component of a system software is a microprocessor. Microprocessor, it allows a programmer to write a shorthand version of a program or a module programming. Microprocessor replaces each micro invocation with a corresponding sequence of a statement. So first thing of a microprocessor is what? It recognizes the micro definition. After recognizing the micro definition, it saves the micro definition. Then whenever micro call is there, at the micro call, it replaces or it expands the micro definition. So this is a source code with a micro which is given with the help of microprocessor. micro is removed from the source program, and then it is converted into expanded code, and finally we'll get a compiler or a similar code, then we'll get object file. This is a task of microprocessor. The next component is a debugger. Debugger is the tool to facilitate programmer to remove a logical programming error. This is nothing but debugger. The features of debugger is to what? Execute a program in various modes. Display the content of microprocessor and memory. So this is nothing but the debugger. So these are nothing but the component of a system software, or we can say these are the component of system programming.